That's the one we had that died the first time. The ice cream bananas. And then we ended up with the other one. So we got some aloes here. We got some roses here. And today we are at Moni and Jeni'S Garden Center. This is a nursery out here off of Highway 42 and it's close to Ocala. So for all of my local subscribers and stuff, I want you guys to come show some love, drop by, stop by, and guess what? They have lots of fruit trees. Really nice people, really good greetings. Here we go, we got some pink lemonade, blueberry. Cody, this is the one that we bought the little one of. That's a pink lemonade blueberry.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing right here.
Yeah, these are bigger ones. Look, that's all $35. We got ours for $12, but it's a lot smaller. And we got some blackberries here. We got some figs to our left. I don't know the prices, but on here we got $35 for the blackberries and the blueberries. I don't know the prices on the figs. We're kind of just walking around while he's helping out some other guests. There is lots of blackberries on the trees, and they have some ice cream bananas here. We have grapevines. What kind of grape do we have? These are black muscadines. And we got some liquats. They seem to have many varieties. They also have lots of bamboo here. So they have lots of bamboo for your hedging. They got some frost-proof hedging here. See? Keep your yard looking good all year round. Oops, I hope I'm showing you guys this. I'm here holding the camera. Let me make sure that you guys are getting this. Backing up. Whoa. Here we go. Down here, we got the protons. That's in all the Jamaican yards. We got the Laria Pop Super Blue. I don't know what that is. These are all the edges right here. And continuing through, we have some $4 aloes. Nice deal here. Nice healthy aloes. Very green. We got some $15 olinders. So those are flowers. $18 apanthos. Yellow alamanda. We got Confederate jasmine. Some beautiful red flowers. That's the firecrackers. I knew those ones. And as we go through, on the other side too, don't want to skip around anything. We got hibiscus over here. Let's see what varieties they have. They have 3G hibiscus, assorted varieties. So they got, today, while we're here, they have pink, red, beautiful hibiscus here. Every Jamaican yard has one of those with a croton in it. That's just the authentic, the real old Jamaican way. As we make our way through, I don't know how to say that, but the Camilla, bird of paradise. These are a little burnt from the cold spell, I guess, but they're recovering and they're doing very well. This shows you what they have to deal with when they're on the borderline of the 9A, 9B. So they have a lot of beautiful choices back here. Is this a callaloo? That looks like a callaloo. Is that a callaloo? Not a callaloo. I don't know what that is, but I'd love to know when he comes back. Yes. All right, here we go. What are these? I don't know what those are. Those are cool looking, interesting. And then we got some. Hey, James. James, is it okay for me to record you?
Absolutely, man.
All right.
I'm all yours, guys.
So today we got this friendly gentleman. He's here greeting us. This is James. James is going to be showing us around. Today we are once again, remember, like and subscribe. We're at Moni and Jeni'S. And this is really close to Ocala. So all of my local subscribers, make sure you get a chance to stop by. James, come show us and teach me a thing or two.
All right. So, give you the guided tour. You holler if you want more information.
Yeah.
Just flag me on if you want less. So
What's
this is
that?
an angel trumpet tree.
Angel
these
trumpet.
Are the ones they get. First of all, I caution customers about them if you've got teenagers in your orbits, because the flower on it is the same stuff they use. They boil it off, make tea, and it's a hallucinogenic flower.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you've got teens in your orbit, stay away from it. But otherwise, it's a beautiful tree. They get massive, and they get the flowers on them look like a little hanging bell. And then they open up. They're multicolored. It's yellow and peach color.
That is awesome. I hope y'all heard that. That is an awesome thing. I never knew that. Learn something new. You never ever going to go a day without learning something new. Today.
So these are tababuya trees. So twice a year, you can see I've got the pink ones back there. They got some pink flowers on them.
Okay. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, they are amazing. So this is the yellow variety. Twice a year they get covered in flowers. They completely flower. So if you're ever driving around, it's usually around the middle of February and around September, and you see a tree that's about 20 feet high and 20 feet across, covered in yellow flowers or covered in pink flowers, that's these trees. Cool thing about it is wherever there was a flower, that's where it produces its seeds. So these are actually seed pods.
Okay.
Well, and as you're looking inside of this seed pod, there are literally thousands.
Wow.
Thousands of seeds in each one of these little pods here. It's very cool. As we're walking around, if I see one that's splitting open, I'll pop it open and show you. They're paper thin. I mean, like literally as thin as a piece of paper, but bunch of seeds in each one of those pods.
That is so
And how much do you normally sell those for?
These are 150.
150, guys. What size gallon is that?
15.
15 gallon. 150, guys. And here's some with some flowers on them. Some beautiful pink flowers. They're so beautiful. Imagine this. For all of you guys that know me, I like having anything that flower to bring the bees in. So that will be a beautiful addition once I get more land to my property. Yeah, man. So how long have you guys been operating here?
So here we opened for retail 3 years in October.
Okay.
So we did all of the work ourselves, me and my business partner. He owned the land. He didn't even have his house up there at the time.
James, you're
David's
James.
my business partner.
Yes, and I spoke to you on
Yes,
the
sir.
phone before. Yes, James.
Yep,
Sorry
so
about that.
We had the well installed because that was beyond the scope of our ability, but we came up with the game plan. We laid all this out. We dug all of our ditches for the irrigation, put down all of our ground cover.
Yes.
Ran all of our tubing, and everything that you see was all based on our
Well,
facts.
congratulations, James. And I'm one of them. No, it
Yep,
isn't.
so those are the smaller tababuyas.
No, it isn't.
I've got some over here.
That's
the
hedging.
dark crepe myrtles.
Okay. Great,
Dark
man.
leaves, I got crepe myrtles there.
Okay.
Then what we actually started with, you can see in the distance there, is the red cluster bottle brush.
Okay.
So this was our crop, but when we first opened, we were just going to do wholesale, and that was our cash crop that we were going for.
Okay.
And then we decided that we both love customers and customer service, so we decided to switch it over and do retail instead of wholesale exclusively.
Okay.
And those are the red clusters there that you see that little red bottle brush flower on.
All right. All right. I see those all the time. So for everybody, if you want to get a good deal, you want to go to somebody that knows this stuff, come right to the source. Don't go to the people that's buying it anywhere else. Come to the people that know it inside and out. So that way when stuff goes wrong, you could ask them what to do to treat your plants, because they know how to treat them. They could tell you what to expect.
Well, and also let your subscribers know that ultimately we love selling plants, but at the end of the day, I want my customers to know what's going on with their plants.
Yes.
My personal cell phone is the one listed on our website. If you've got any problems at all with your plants, don't care where you bought them from. Like I said, ultimately, love you
It's
buy
a
them here,
plant.
but I don't care where you bought them from.
That's
I'd rather
so
save
good.
you time and labor. Take a picture of it, text it to me, and say, hey, what's wrong with this? I can usually troubleshoot most things over the phone. And save you from having to either do the labor yourself or pay somebody to rip it out.
Man, thank you, James. Did you guys hear that? I hope you guys know how important that is. That's a true love for what he does. And this gotta bring good pollinators, because I saw a bunch of bees a while ago when I came over. They kind of ran away, but it's beautiful. So you guys remember that. This is where you can come get your crepe myrtles. All of my local subscribers that work with me, I can't say where we work, but you know who you are. This is a good place to come set up for spring. Come stop by. It's right off of Highway 42, less than 20 minutes from town. You guys would enjoy this. It's a nice little getaway. Do you have any tropical, like any type fruit trees? I saw you have papaya in the front.
We're getting ready to head over to the fruit tables.
All right, we working it. So this is going to be
tour
good.
continues.
No, this is very good, James, because guess what? Now all of my subscribers and the other people at work that see this are doing their gardens and stuff. They're local people, and they're going to now know about where you're located and how to come by because they know OCJ sent you. Okay? Original Chef J sent you. Remember that, guys. Come on through and show the love. You already know.
So here's some of our guava trees.
All
the
right.
variety is the pink Barbie guava.
Oh,
they
pink
got
Barbie.
hit with the cold, but they're reflushing.
Oh,
on us.
yes.
Then
Nice, healthy rootstocks. And what's the size gallons are these?
these are 7 gallons.
7 gallons. And what's your price in the 7 gallons?
The 7 gallons are 75. The 15 gallons are 100 on them.
Okay, so hear that, guys. He got great prices. The 7 gallon is 75, and then the 15 is 100. So that's an awesome saving. And these are nice, healthy, strong rootstocks. Look at that. Look how healthy those guava. And if you know what guava is, guava sticks are really hard, and for them to be nice and healthy like that, the cold, you are good to go for buying this for up here. The cold spell comes and they come right back to life.
Right. So Jason, time to quiz you, buddy.
All right, sir.
This is a clumping variety of bamboo. It is called Old Hammy bamboo.
Okay.
It grows to be 60 feet tall.
Okay.
Guess how long it takes?
Not too long, because I've seen people use them for hedgings before down south.
So how long?
How long? Probably like 6-7 months.
90 days.
90 days.
60 feet and 90 days.
Yeah, that's what they use in construction and age and a lot of stuff. And then they sway, they bend really good in the wind so they don't snap.
Yes, sir. So those are also the ones when we get over there, I'll show you. We've got them planted in the ground as a privacy hedge.
Okay.
Because my business partner was getting headlights coming off of that road shining into his house at night.
Okay.
So we put them in the ground so they can actually start
zoom
growing.
in, and we're going to go over there, but just a little preview of what's going on there, guys. Back over here with James.
So those are a great sturdy hedge. This is a different variety here. These, and again, the cold weather got me this year.
No,
but
we understand.
They're reflushing on me. That's a focal point bamboo. It's the dwarf Buddha belly. If you zoom in on the stalks, you can see each one of those stalks is teardrop shaped.
All right, that is so cool. Look at that, all of you.
So,
I want you
like
to take
said,
a good look at that.
Bamboo. It grows to be a 2-inch diameter trunk, and it
Oh,
grows about
my.
20 feet tall.
That's
So
beautiful.
When people put, like, if they're, their driveway coming in, if they want to draw attention.
By the pool,
Yep,
nice
that's
little
what they
pool
call
deck.
it.
That would be a beautiful piece of work right there, guys.
So and all I carry is clumping varieties of bamboo. I refuse to carry the running. It's the wrong thing to do for the customer.
Yes, because then you can't get it out once
That's
it's time to get it
You end
out.
up with an Asian rainforest, which most of us don't want.
Yep.
So this is another variety of bamboo. It is multiplex, also known as fern leaf bamboo. So it makes a great privacy hedge. I'm not a small fellow, but when we walk back over here to the fruit tables, I'll show you a picture that makes me look tiny standing in front of one of these hedges. This makes a
I know
great
that one
privacy
too.
hedge because most of us, when we want a hedge, we don't just want the visual blocking, we want the acoustic blocking as well. Because if it's an ugly neighbor, it's probably a noisy neighbor.
Yeah.
So this has a bunch of different stalks. A quarter-inch
Breaks up the
diameter is
sound.
all they get. So it breaks up the sound waves as well as the visuals for the customers.
That is great.
Phenomenal product, great privacy hedge.
And look, guys, they're nice and filled out, very healthy.
These are $100. And what I tell my customers is in the real world, we all have a budget. So I would never plant this thing as a $100 plant. What I tell my customers to do is either take a machete, take a sawzall with a pruning blade, whatever you want to do, cut that root ball into quarters. Jason's nodding and giving me the hand gesture.
Yep.
But you cut that root ball into quarters, and then what you end up when you do that is you end up with
four new
plants.
clusters.
$25 a piece is what they come. But then you plant them a foot apart, and then they grow together at the bottom.
Yep.
Because if you don't plant them, if you bought them as 15 gallons and you planted them 10 feet apart, they never close that gap at the bottom because the canopies up top come together and shade out below.
Oh.
It's horrible. So you chop them up, plant them as smaller clumps, and dig a ditch. It's one of the only plants that I tell my customers, instead of digging a hole for it, you dig a trench for it. If you're running a hedgerow, dig the trench. And then when you're backfilling that trench, use 50% composted cow manure. It's got to be composted. It can't come out of the back of a cow.
Okay.
And 50% of the sand that comes out of the hole. The reason you do that on anything you plant in Florida is because we don't have sand, soil, we have sand.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Except me, I have clay. I'm the only person that have solid clay. Like, it's so hard you can't dig through it.
So I'm sure you know them, but the recipe for success is, other than this, where you're digging a trench, you want to dig that hole twice as wide as the pot, 50% deeper than the pot, and then you backfill with a shovel full of the sand that came out of the hole, a shovel full of the black cow composted cow manure. And the reason you do that is because all of us growers, no matter where you buy it from, we use the best soil, the best fertilizer possible, because we want to grow, we want to root, we want to sell, we want to move to the next crop. You've got to give those roots a reason to leave that comfy home. Florida sand is not it. All right?
That's true.
What you use is the composted manure, and you mix it with the sand that came out of the hole.
Yes.
Because the manure will pull them out without burning the roots.
Okay.
And you mix it with the sand that came out of the hole.
So they get used to the local
it gets
sand.
used to the micronutrients and the pH of the sand that's around it.
Exactly.
That way when it hits the walls, it keeps right on rooting in and don't miss a beat.
That's why every time you see them making compost, if you throw the dirt in and mixing them together, that's why.
All right, so Jason, let's run over this way. We'll show you the picture that makes me look tiny in front of that hedge. We'll show you some table fruits, and then we'll come over here and we'll show you the fruits we got over here.
All right, sneak preview again, guys. I know all of you on my channel love seeing the fruits. We doing it. We pushing the limits. 9, 8. We have mango trees in my yard, buddy. We got mango trees.
I got mangoes over there. I got 3 different varieties of mangoes left. I got a couple varieties of
Yeah, man, I got a couple different. I'm gonna give you my card so you can check out my channel later, cause I'm gonna be editing this. But you gotta see.
Check that out. It makes me look tiny.
Oh my goodness! Look here, guys.
Oh, yeah.
We don't just have somebody showing us a business owner. We also got a model, man. The man model first pictures. You checking this out? Look how giant that bush is over him. That's good, my brother. Good job, James.
Thank you, sir. So, all right, so over here, starting at the fruits, we got muscadine grapes.
Yes.
So, I will tell you that I've tried intentionally with my selection of fruits that I grow here.
Yes.
I've intentionally tried to get self-pollinating things.
Okay.
There are 2 things on the farm that I could not get self-pollinating. One of them is the jumbo variety of muscadine grapes.
Yes.
The other 2 varieties, I've got Welder and Southern Home.
Okay.
They're self-fertile. They don't need 2. But the jumbo, you need to have 2 of them. They need to be planted within 50 feet.
Okay.
The other thing is the apples that I have over there. It can be 2 different varieties of apples, but there's not a self-fertile variety of apple that will produce in Florida. So you've got to have 2. It can be a Dorset, a Windsap. It can be 2 Dorsets, whatever you want, but they got to be planted within 50 feet of each other so they can cross-pollinate.
What's your price on your Dorsets?
They're $100.
$100. What size pot?
15 gallon.
15 gallon. That's a big one, guys. You hear that? That's a great price.
You mentioned Ocala. Ice cream bananas, cold tolerant. And you can take a picture of the sign if you want. Cold tolerant down to 20 degrees.
There we go.
Insane for bananas. So
see that?
They grow to be 10 to 15 feet tall. The plant itself does, and each one will produce between about 50 to 70 pounds of fruit.
Full size bananas or the little tiny ones? Full size bananas.
Full size. And when you
all of my
them,
Jamaican, Caribbean.
Like vanilla ice cream.
All my Caribbean people, you hear that? So we're boiling that green, it tastes delicious. Look at these blueberries.
Right, so blackberries are there, blueberries are here. So the blackberries, that's a patented variety. It's called the Primark Freedom variety.
Yeah, we got a Freedom.
Blackberry.
Yes, it's very good.
The reason why that one has become so famous is because it's the only blackberry that you don't have to reset the plant every year. And by reset the plant, every other blackberry, whether it's thornless or thorned, to do it properly after it's done fruiting for the year, which is typically around Mother's Day, you chop it down to where there's just
that's why none of my stuff never worked before. I didn't even know.
Fruit. So you cut it back to where it's just a couple sticks sticking up, and then basically the reason you do that is because that becomes next year's 2nd year growth.
Okay, so
then,
only fresh growth has fruits.
Correct, sir.
Exactly.
The Primark Freedom is the only one thorned or thornless on the market. The reason why it's patented is it gives you those same nice big blackberries that you get from everywhere else, but it will produce on that 1st and the 2nd year cane. So why that's important to you as a customer, that means that you can let it get bigger. Like you have with your blackberries.
Get more
and
fruit.
You're going to continue to get fruit off of it. So
exactly.
every year, instead of resetting it to 0, your plant gets bigger, your harvest gets bigger.
Okay.
So, phenomenal product.
Look, guys, I already got one, but these ones are way bigger. They're so healthy. I have a small stock of this. Guys, come by, stop by, drop by, check that out.
So blueberries, got 2 different varieties of blueberries. So this variety that you see here that's covered in blueberries right now is the emerald blueberry. We carry the emerald blueberry because
we don't have that one, do we?
No.
We have. Oh, sorry about that. Keep going. Anytime we have a new one, we get it to add to our
you're fine.
collection.
No, the emerald blueberries, we carry those because they require exceptionally low chill hours.
Okay.
In Ocala, that's not a big deal, but for the people that want blueberries south of Orlando, these will still produce, even though it's warmer down there.
Oh, Mom could get us that.
So these emerald blueberries produce now. They harvest around Mother's Day, which most of the fruits harvest around Mother's Day with a few exceptions. One of the exceptions is this.
I'm just going to show them. Look, there goes a ripe one. So it's a nice size blueberry, guys. Look
Jason,
at that.
we have a rule on the farm. If you see something ripe, grab it and eat it, baby. We don't use pesticides out here. Grab it.
Thank you. Here, babes.
If you leave hungry, that is your fault, not my fault.
There you go.
What a
Fresh
gentleman.
blueberry.
Now you got to find you one.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get lucky. I will look. That's nice. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And just
Yeah, I always ask because I go to many nurseries. I never take fruits. You should always ask. Remember, all my subscribers, do not go on somebody's business place and just go taking their stuff because sometimes the trees are paid for already and the fruits were a part of the package. Always ask.
Oh, good tip. All right, so this one here is a different variety of blueberries. So this is actually going to be twice as sweet as your other blueberries on the market.
Okay.
It is the pink lemonade.
We just got it. It's so small,
Yep,
but I
pink
want it so.
lemonade, they call it the rabbit eye blueberries.
We and James are working. He's working really hard. Thank you, James. You're doing a lot of talking for me today.
I retired from retail, baby, so this is what I did.
All right, my brother.
I did management at the Big Orange Box for 25 years.
Okay, awesome.
So I trained my associates. Now I get to live the training that
All
I
right, yeah.
So the cool thing about these is they're going to give you a later harvest than normal fruits.
Okay.
Like I said, normal fruits.
This one is really cool, guys. I'm listening to you. I just want to show that.
Normal fruits you're harvesting around Mother's Day. These produce from July to August. So it gives you a nice little pop of a blueberry that's twice as sweet as anything else you're going to get. And you get it later in the season.
Okay, and both of these are 35. That one and that one. Yes, so guys, check this one out. I have never had that one. The blackberries are awesome. This breed has no thorns. I already tested it. You're seeing it. You're seeing them bigger than mine. Look how beautiful. The stalks are so healthy. You guys got to come by. You got to drop by. You got to stop by. Show the love. And now we're going to continue to the fun.
To the fruit section.
We could take a walk through the shade so we could cool off, Jay, since we're both in the heat, and then we could work it through the middle right here. Either way.
It is your world. I am just here to
Man, let's do it, Jay. You're doing a great job, man. Thank you so much. Remember, like and subscribe, and when you get a chance, stop by. Come by, just have fun. You could be a date, just like me and my wife. Take a walk. It's just a stroll to see nature. And when you leave with a plant that could either give you something to eat or just to enjoy the beauty, the life of Earth. This is the most important thing, guys. We do not live without them. So stop forgetting the plants.
All right, so here we go. So more Primark Freedom in a 15-gallon.
I don't want to hurt the...
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
I can fix the sprinklers. I'm not locked to those.
No, you're good. There you go. And look, these are the 15.
Primark Freedom, same one we had on the table. They get absolutely massive. You can see they got fruit on them now. Fruit on them here. Just an amazing plant.
And the flowers are so beautiful, guys. Don't forget it. I love you. For all of you that like fruits, you remember every fruit starts with a flower. There we go.
All right, so ice cream bananas in the big boy pots. Same ones we had on the table. And what I tell my customers again,
look at the height.
Bananas,
I'm giving them a shot.
Yes, I'm 6'2" to give you guys perspective.
Yeah, and I'm short. You guys don't even gotta ask. You already know.
But what I tell my customers, whenever you're looking at picking out banana trees, whether you're shopping here or anywhere else, what you want to look at isn't the quality of or the height of the big stake. You want to look at how many pups it has in the bottom, because you can take a machete or a sawzall and separate them and end up with multiple trees. Now, if you're going to do that, what I tell my customers, leave as many roots as possible with the smaller plants. So if I was doing it on this one, I would take the machete, run it as close to this big boy as I could to leave a ton of roots with this one. Same thing on that side where you got another pup coming up.
Yep.
Leave as many roots with the small guy as you can. The big guy's going to be fine.
And remember, guys, this is why every time a banana produces, you cut it back down. The heart plant is actually right here. in the thing, and what he's telling you, see, they're giving the pups, they sit right on the heart, so you just cut right next to it, and you could cut a little bit off, because the heart is well protected in the middle of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're $125, whether if it's got one plant or if it's got 5 plants.
You hear that, everyone? And he's telling you, he's being honest to you. See, this is what a good person does. It's a good salesperson. He's being honest. A good person can build his rapport off of honesty, and this is the truth, and this is how he's doing it. He's giving you the quality. He's being an honest man, and he's working hard. It's not easy out here in the sun. This is Florida, guys.
All right, so papayas. So this is the red lady variety of the papayas.
Okay.
So the papayas that it produces are about the size of a Nerf football. If
Okay.
you like papayas, God love you, because I hate the taste of them.
My wife, I do. She hates the taste. I
So
love
will you agree
papayas.
with me that it tastes like a smoker cut up a cantaloupe? Yeah. See, it's not a good flavor.
Yeah, I
but
blend it
some people
though.
love it.
I blend it. It's like the smoothest, most like, God, it's not sweet when you blend it.
Exactly. So, Jason, you'll have to come back and see me. We're trying an experiment on this one.
Okay.
You can see I just cut it off yesterday.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to do is deadhead it.
And then get them shorter.
Exactly. Well,
Yep.
because I've seen it sends off a ton of puffs.
Yes.
If you do it, because last year we had one happen by accident.
Yes.
This year I'm trying to do it on purpose. So
Yeah, so that's what you do. You could do it that way, or you could even also, since the inside of it is hollow, you could push a blade through it in the 4 places, spread it out, and drop it. So like any one of these, I could show you a trick. And you could do it with any, you could take this and you watch. So all right, guys, in the middle of the papaya, it's hollow. And it's very, very easy to manipulate this plant, because as long as the bark is still connected, so you can take a machete, a sharp thing, go right through it, split it up to where you want it to be. So remember, half the height. So when you open it out, it's going to drop down. So you accordion in it, and you can bring it down, and it still grows.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And then you end up with babies on the side that are now showing to the sun,
Very
growing all
cool.
around it. So you could try that technique. It's really awesome. I know.
No, I'm saying
I see it.
Farmer guy.
Yeah, so you could, so I see, so, and then when they're growing while they're young, you could also twist them over and start having them shoot all the shoots up, then cut the top and start it just like that. When they're young, it's so much easier as they're just starting to grow.
Nice. Okay. So we got mangoes here. I got 3 different varieties of mango. I've got I think I sold my Glen, so I've got 2 Carry-Ans and the Valencia Pride here.
The best. If you guys want something that survive Ocala swing temperature, the most bipolar temperature, you better stick with a Carry. Forget the Malika, it doesn't taste good. Carries are it, guys.
So, Jason,
Are the
I'm sure
Valencia.
you know, because you seem very knowledgeable on plants, but what I tell my customers all the time, if you want plants to survive,
You still gotta take care of them.
treat it like an investment. Don't
Yeah.
treat it like a plant.
No.
So, and by treat it like an investment, I mean you can grow anything, even up in Ocala, that you want to grow.
That is absolutely right.
How you do it,
You gotta
is
take care of it.
take care of it. So what I tell my customers in the way of frost and freeze protection, all right, go to Lowe's, Home Depot, this time of year probably Amazon's the only place you're going to find it. Get a frost blanket.
Yes.
Get one that will cover the plant. The frost blanket does exactly what the name says it will do. It protects against frost, but not from freezing temperatures. Frost is where it's 35 degrees, no wind, so the fog basically freezes, falls like a little mini snowfall, burns your plants. The frost
Which
blanket
is
protects from
Ocala
that.
on a norm. Even when they say it's going to be warmer, you still would. I wake up every morning at 3:30 and I tell you there's frost for so many mornings that they don't predict it.
Gotcha. So, but frost blanket protects from that. So how do you protect from freezing temperatures?
Well,
Super easy.
you can you can water the plant, but you can also oversaturate mangoes, and you don't want to drown them out. So you have to make sure the mangoes are in sand and drainable sand. Too much compost in the mangoes will cause them to root rot eventually, and it drowns out the oxygen because the mango breeds from in the ground and above ground.
So you know how I tell my customers to freeze protect? Christmas lights.
Christmas,
So,
yes, I have
if
heard
you,
that.
If you take Christmas lights, they got to be the old school incandescent.
Yes.
They can be big, they can be small, but they can't be LED.
No, 'cause those won't
Wrap
give
the
off
plant
heat.
in the Christmas lights. Do it right after Thanksgiving dinner when you're all stuffed, but then don't do anything. Just leave them wrapped. If you're forecast for frost, put your frost blanket on. If you're forecast for freezing, you put your frost blanket on,
Turn
you
on the
plug
lights.
that Christmas light in, and you just created a bunch of little mini heaters with an igloo. You can grow anything anywhere.
Awesome. You hear that, guys? So that's a different approach. I know I am bad at this, James. I lost many plants in my learning process because I am from South Florida and Jamaica. And I've never covered up a plant in my life. And my wife would tell you, I got sick of losing money, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I decided that would never happen again. I go out and I wrap my plants and I keep them nice and warm because they feed me where nobody else can't give me these fruits. I could get them fresh and delicious, and it's no better feeling than to see those plants grow. So
How much are these?
These are 200. They cost me more to
Awesome.
bring them in, so they are a little bit more expensive.
okay. And those are great quality carry, and this is a better price. Hey, don't go to no dang Lowe's and buy no mango. Don't go to Walmart, none of those places. Don't go looking at their Valencia Pride. These are healthy. Look at the healthiness. Look at the size of this stalk for this curry. It has many shoots. It's already doing a nice umbrella foundation. The Valencia Pride does super well. And there's also, if you can try to get the Valencia curry, it does really good up here and it fights with the cold. As soon as the cold hits it, it recovers on the lower end and comes back.
Oh, nice. So this here, fig tree, which everyone is familiar with. What you might not be familiar with is this variety.
Okay.
So this is the Gennari fig. So it's G-E-N-A-R-I.
Sorry.
Gennari fig. All right, so it's an Italian imported fig. It is not patented, but the thing that makes it special is it grows, normal figs that grow all the way in this area are typically brown turkey figs.
Yes.
Brown turkey figs are the size of golf balls. These are the size of tennis balls, but
Wow.
they taste just as good. So my
Okay.
business partner actually came from Colombia, and he said down there what they would do as a dessert delicacy is they take the larger figs, slice them like you would slice a tomato, and then serve them with honey on them.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
again-
Try that for all of my subscribers. James is putting us on today. Knowledge.
Gennari fig, phenomenal product. All right, assorted citrus. So with citrus, I always tell my customers that before Florida had the tourism industry, we had the citrus industry. And the reason I say that is because there are so many laws on the books that make it very difficult for a mom and pop grower to grow citrus.
Yes.
So most of the mom and pop places you see are going to buy in their citrus.
Yes.
Because you got to have an automated car wash for everything that enters and leaves. You got to have a double pressurized greenhouse with a boot wash station. It's crazy. So
I know the rules regular because of that's for the bug, guys. That bug that took out that tiny fly that destroyed our citrus crop. James is letting us get the inside. Go ahead, James.
No. So I'm just saying. So whenever you see citrus, chances are good, unless if you see it at a flea market, be cautious because you don't know what you're going to get.
Yes.
I love my flea market people. Don't get me wrong.
Let me show them the difference.
But citrus and avocados is where I warn my people.
Look at the dark healthiness of these leaves. There's no curl. If you see the curling, you know when the flies are attacking the leaves. None of these leaves have any damage. These are coming from the new stalks. These stalks over here that they have developed in California are resistant to the flies. So look how many fruits, look how dark the leaves are. Oh, don't want no wasp bite me. And then look at the healthiness of all of these plants, all right? And take a good look. There's none of the citrus flies, and they're usually right up on it. Look how healthy. That's from the new rootstock. Go ahead, sir.
So here we've got a couple varieties of, we got the apples over here. So I sold the ones that had the apple. Oh, hold on. I had baby apples on the two up front that I sold the other day.
Okay.
But they will produce, and they will produce this year.
Okay.
So I tell my customers all the time, if you buy from a reputable grower, you're going to get a better product.
Yes.
My customers blow as they come by, and I just wave to them. Over here, plums, same thing. These will produce this year. They typically harvest around Mother's Day.
Yeah, I lost all of mine to the wind. The wind took everything the
Got
other
a
day.
plum on it already.
That's awesome. See that, guys?
And remember the free sample rule. So you guys, please dig into the peaches. Let me check on this customer real quick.
No worries, James. Thanks for all of your assistance today. You'd like to try a peach? There's ripe ones. You don't want me to let you try a peach?
No, you can try it.
All right, everyone. So James had to go to help another customer. So OCJ's back in it. James has done an awesome job today. I want to shout out to James. Right now on the right, we got the mulberries. Don't know what breed this one is, but it's super healthy. Let's try one and see how it tastes. These are the smaller mulberries. Here's a nice ripe one. You want a mulberry, baby?
No, I'm okay.
These are really good. Just try a mulberry. It's better than blackberries to me. Mulberries are super good. These are the tiny ones. They're so ripe. Oh my God, they're so sweet. These are awesome. Huh?
No, I was looking for the name.
That's a mulberry, but
No, I'm saying the type of mulberry.
oh, it doesn't say that. Yeah, these have smaller leaf than the other one, so it's definitely a different breed. Then there goes a ton of grapevines. Those are the bigger grapes right there. Those are the Concord type grapes. And here is that same bamboo that he described to us. Look at how beautiful it looks, everyone. It will be so pretty by the poolside. I think that's a really cool bamboo. Moving on over here, I think this is Barbados. This is pomegranate.
Oh, yeah.
These are giant pomegranate. He got them 15-gallon pots. They are so beautiful. And look, they have giant blueberries. Look at the size of these blueberry rootstocks. So if you want to start a look at this one, Cody. Here, baby. What brand? This one is so humongous, Cody. This is a beautiful blueberry here, guys. I love these. They're so big. Look at that. They're sweet. We gotta get this breed of blueberries, babes. Those are beautiful blueberries. They taste delicious. So the rootstocks are awesome. They are super healthy and super ginormous. On the right, we got the olives, and they have them in 3-gallon pots. Not sure, but I'm pretty sure you might be able to find all the prices listed on their websites. Over here on the right, we got the avocados. I think these are probably some... Are they winter Mexican? Look at the tag, Mom.
I didn't see a tag on this one. But we have avocados over here too.
And there's also more avocados. Barbados cherries are right here. They're very healthy, beautiful Barbados cherry. And then we have more avocados here. And I'm gonna tell you what variety right now.
Right here.
Found it?
Yeah, this is the here you go, look.
Oh, okay, the Ora Negro. Okay,
And
so,
here's the other one,
and which one is that one?
the Mexicola.
And that's the Mexicola Grande. So this is the big Mexicola. So these are all cold resistant. And look, some of these avocados have avocados on them already. Look, babes.
Yeah, I see that. This is the Hall.
And that's the Haws. The Hall.
Yeah, so
All right. Beautiful.
they have a lot of them.
So make sure you guys get a chance. If you haven't, make sure you stop by, show James some love. He does an awesome job out here. We really like the setup out here. Currently, I think I'm going to have to now close up, and we're going to get something to add to my collection. So have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you. Have a great day.